Yo, 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 what is happening? How's everybody feeling today? Yes, mate. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. It's your host, Rapstar Boxing Knowledge. We back at it, mate. And you know, it's fight week. So we gotta be at it. It's Canelo Alvarez week for me. You know what I mean? When Canelo Alvarez is fighting, the world is gonna watch. So now the big fight's coming up this week. And we only got a few days until Canelo and Jamel Charlo step into the ring. Undisputed versus undisputed. But at super middleweight, at 168 pounds, Canelo has never ever lost. Canelo is the top dog at 168 pounds. He's the best in the world. He is the undisputed champion. But going forward, this is Canelo's in this era at 168. Canelo is the baddest man on the planet at super middleweight. That's his division. There ain't nobody who's ever come to beat him. He has beaten everybody at that weight class. He has taken out every champion after champion after champion, and he has dominated that division. So do you ever think that there's a fighter there who's going to beat him at that division? At 168. We're not talking about 175. We're not talking about Canelo going up in weight, doing things that only some special rare fighters do. We're talking about a man who's already come from 150s into 160 and then came into 168. So look, I'm going to say this as well. Canelo is the baddest super middleweight of today's era. Canelo is numero uno, number one. Canelo ain't second to no one when it comes to 168. That's his house. That's his fucking division. And ain't nobody fucked with him on that division. But would Canelo be able to deal with the other champions of the past when it comes to the super middleweight? That is one bad motherfucking division. Super middleweight is one of the elite divisions. And from my time, when I would say that I really watched boxing from the 90s, that was my time, bro. I watched boxing in the 90s when I was a young guy, young kid coming up. That was my sport. And in the 90s is where I'm going to talk from. You're talking about a division and a weight class that Canelo Alvarez is dominating today. He is the Cabron, the Carlito. He is the mafioso, the Mexican legend, Canelo. But looking back in how many great fighters we've had in that division, you can only imagine some of them names that are in the super middleweight division that were dominating, that were champions, and they would give Canelo either the baddest fight in the world or they would beat Canelo. There's a lot of fighters to choose from. There's a lot of great fighters at his division that really were dominant fighters. You know what I mean? And it will be very hard to think. But I'd give you some names. Just some names to start with. James Toney. James Toney was a motherfucking beast at super middleweight. James Lights Out Tony was something else at super middleweight, bro. At Canelo's weight class, he got the whole smoke that you could never imagine. The fighters that I'm gonna mention, bro, they were sick on another level as well. James Toney, bro. Let me just start with James Toney. Oh, fuck. James Toney versus Canelo Alvarez. Shit. James Toney versus Canelo Alvarez, bro. That would have been mad. James Toney versus Canelo. Oh my gosh. I ain't going to say, look, we're just doing matchups. I'm not going to say, Yeah, James Toney beats Canelo. Canelo beats James Toney. It's not fair. I'm just going to mention the fighters, and they were bad motherfuckers. James Toney is a name that comes to mind at super middleweight division that was a special elite fighter. He had great defense, great power, good movement, good head movement. James Toney was sharp. He was a beast at 168 pounds. Give me a sec.
Right, what's going on here, Donny's on the next? Barry's actually going to propose to Sandra. Sandra has been giving Barry mad head lately, and he's whipped, yeah? He's doing this behind the back of the boys because they know, yeah, they would have cussed him out for proposing to Sandra. Tracy had one job to do, and that was to record it. But she's all over the bloody place. Barry's clocked that she didn't get the footage, so he's going to propose to Sandra again. Oh, for fuck's sake, Tracy! What's going on?
Now, James Toney is a fighter that was a great at 168, but we know that Roy Jones beat him. We're going to get to Roy. We're going to get to Roy. Don't worry. We're going to get to Roy. I'm going to give you some names now so you know the names that you must know at super middleweight, bro. Super middleweight on another level in them days after the 90s into the early 2000s and then going into the 2000s after. I'm going to give you a fighter that you might not only understand he don't have the skill set like Canelo. But bruh, he can punch way harder than Canelo. He would punch way harder than Canelo. And that is the Dark Destroyer. The Dark Destroyer. Nigel Benn. Nigel Benn. The Dark Destroyer. Knockouts in the first round. Like Deontay Wilder, he was knocking people out. One punch. One fucking punch. And he'd knock you the fuck out. Nigel Benn was a street brawler. One of the toughest men ever coming out of United Kingdom. I'm letting you know now. Nigel Benn, if he caught Canelo, shit. If Nigel Benn caught Canelo, bro, you guys better know. You guys better know that there'd be some fucking, not many fighters could take his shot. Not many fighters could take his shot, bro. I'm letting you know. Nigel Benn, super middleweight, he was a beast. I'm going to give you another one. Julian Jackson. Julian Jackson, the Jamaican badman. Jamaican man. In a bomber clock, Julian Jackson, you know, smoking that herb. You know what I mean? Get two spliffs together, bomber clock. Pussy boy. Julian Jackson, bro. Julian Jackson was a fucking crazy hard puncher. Gerald McKellen. The G-Man. Gerald McKellen, the G-Man. Yeah? I'm giving you some names there. Go do your homework. Super middleweights. That was fucking beast. Gerald, the G-Man McKellen. Who knows that? That guy was a fucking beast. Yeah? Gerald McKellen. Joe Calzaghe. Bro, Joe Calzaghe. Don't you ever underestimate Joe Calzaghe. Listen, Joe, you think Bivol? You think Bivol outboxed Canelo? You think Bivol? You think Bivol outboxed Canelo? Hey, bro, Joe Calzaghe will throw way more punches than Bivol. Joe Calzaghe had a way more harder work rate than Bivol. Yeah, I'm letting you know now. You better recognize the Welsh warrior, Joe Calzaghe. Joe Calzaghe was one of the best super middleweights. Joe Calzaghe versus Canelo would have been a good fight. Joe Calzaghe versus Canelo would have been a great fight, man. That would have been interesting. I'm letting you know now, bro. You go watch Calzaghe. Calzaghe has a different work rate, and he can turn it up, and he had some stamina that nobody got. You think Canelo got stamina problems? Joe Calzaghe had no stamina problems. He was one of those stamina fucking bulletproof. That guy can go fucking 15 rounds. That guy can go 15 rounds. Joe Calzaghe had a stamina which was on another level, second to no one. Second to no one. I'm letting you guys know this right now, bro. If you don't know, you better go check out Joe Calzaghe. What a fucking fighter. That guy had an engine, bro. He had a Terminator engine. I'm letting you know. That guy was so effective. Bruh, super middleweight, Joe Calzaghe. Nah, let's go somewhere else. The greatest, they say, in his prime, Roy Jones Jr., bro. Roy Jones Jr. was a masterclass. He used to put his hands behind his back and fucking dodge you and knock you out. Roy Jones Jr. has never been a fighter as fast, ferocious, entertaining, speed. What a fucking guy. Roy Jones Jr., pound for pound, was number one for many years. That guy was on another level at one point. Roy Jones Jr. He was something special, bro. As a super middleweight, there's no middleweight, I believe, in history, even to now, that the Roy Jones in his prime at super middleweight, he can beat anybody. Anybody. Roy Jones could beat him. Roy Jones really is in that era. If Roy Jones did not fight Tava after he beat him, and that's it, called it a day after he went to heavyweight and beat John Ruiz and called it a day, Roy Jones Jr. would have been is the greatest of all time if he had called it a day then. If Roy Jones Jr. would have called it a day after him being a heavyweight champion, it could have gone down differently. It's only because he stayed in boxing only till last year. That guy was fighting in his 50s. He's still fighting last week. He's fighting in the next week. He fucked his whole career up at the end for doing all these fights, losing to loads of people, like carried on fighting, got knocked out. You know what I mean? Even people like Enzo Macronelli, they fucking knocked him out. It was bad. You know? Sad the way Roy Jones went out. But Roy Jones is one of the baddest men at super middleweight. The way he went out, it is what it is. He stayed greedy. He didn't care. It just looked bad the way that he kept losing at the end. But, that wasn't Roy. That was Roy just chilling, making money all the time. You know? He got knocked out by a lot of people. That Jamaican, what's his name? Glenn, what's his name? Glenn Johnson. He got knocked out by Glenn Johnson as well. Tava knocked him out bad. Danny Green knocked him out. Enzo Macronelli knocked him out, bro. It was bad. But Roy, he was one of the best. In his prime, he was the best, bro. He was one of the best. Andre Ward. Andre Ward. Andre Ward is a great super middleweight. Andre Ward is a great super middleweight. Got very good tangible skills. Smart. Andre Ward had done good. He retired early, but he did great. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Big up to Andre Ward as a super middleweight. Not the most exciting guy. He wasn't the most exciting guy. But Andre Ward was definitely got the skills. Retired early. Won the tournament. Beat Carl Froch on points. Right? Carl Froch, a tough guy as well. Carl Froch would give Canelo Alvarez a tough fight. Carl Froch is a brawler. You know what I mean? But yeah, Andre Ward, a great super middleweight. You gotta give Ward his flowers, bro. You gotta give Ward his flowers. You know what I mean? Bernard Hopkins, he was a good super middleweight. Bernard Hopkins. Andre started the Euro tours. Has he? He started the Euro tours. What's the Euro tours, pound for pound? What is the Euro tours? What is that? Eh? What is the Euro tours? What, he's gone to do some seminars? He's out there doing seminars and stuff, yeah? No, Roy Jones Jr. in his prime was a force to be reckoned with. That's right, Cole. He beats lots of those European fighters, says pound for pound. He beats lots of those European fighters, says pound for pound. What do you mean he beats lots? Oh, he was on his Euro tours when he started. Got ya. But yeah, so I'm hearing that, I haven't seen it, but that Canelo has put up that the reason why he feels that he lost that fight with Bivol is because of his injury. And he believes that his injury is way better now. And the reason why he lost to Bivol is because of injury. Is Canelo Alvarez making an excuse, or you feel that he's just way better after the injury? And if that's the case, what Canelo's saying, that he feels way better now, and that injury is why he felt he couldn't beat Bivol, right? He's saying that, right? Let him say that. That means he should beat the fuck out of Charlo if he feels that good. That means he should beat the fuck out of Charlo. Because he's saying that the reason why he lost to Bivol, right, is because of the injury. And that's what he feels, that he was not at his best at all. And now he feels like he's much better. Is that an excuse from Canelo? Or is that Canelo just trying to protect his ego? Or is there truth to it? Is there truth to it? He has to beat the dog shit out of Charlo, says Boxing Kangaroo. He has to beat the dog shit out of Charlo. Chuck says Bivol just didn't take the bribe money, so Canelo needs to stop the cap. Pound for pound says 10 times he fights Bivol, 10 times he loses. Wow. So that means it's a full excuse then, pound for pound. Huh? 10 times he loses. That means Canelo It's irrelevant. Irrelevant about his injury. He can't beat him anyway. You know? At the end of the day, you might say that, yeah, his arm was fucked and, yeah, he had an injury going into the fight. Then he obviously feels he can do way much better. So it all depends. I mean, that's just Canelo saying what he's saying. You know what I mean? Canelo just saying that he don't feel right, that the way he lost to Bivol is because of his injury. So he's like, fuck that. If I fight him again, I'll do way better. You know what I mean? That's what Canelo's saying, mate. Bivol looked like he had more gears. Yeah, he did. Bivol had a lot of work rate, good stamina, and he was, yeah, he was throwing way more shots, mate.
What up?
How are you?
I'm great.
Can we meet you?
My name is Tunde Tupac, aka the Rap Killer,
Tunde
the
Tupac.
Rap Flexer, kill them all.
Your
Rappers.
name, your name.
Your name is
Tunde
Tunde.
Tupac.
Tunde Tupac.
You can write the Rap Killer there.
But Tunde is your
It's
name.
okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Tunde, with your dressing, I know the kind of song that you're about to present.
Yes.
So you want to tell us about it?
Just rap game. I kill the rap game because the haters want us
No,
down,
no,
but
no.
they're not gonna get us.
You don't
Calm
need to
down.
tell us about the haters now.
Rappers, right? You're a
Yes.
rapper.
Rapper.
Good. Let's hear you.
Check it. Ha ha. Check it. Ha ha ha. Check it. Check it. Check it. I rule everywhere. I rule. They want to take me down, but they cannot take me down. Yeah. I rule New York. I rule Lagos to Atlanta. We go to Chicago. Check me out. Check my game. My game is tight. All the haters, I shoot them in the brain. Boom, boom, boom. I've been around with my guys, 50 Cent, Tupac, Biggie, Snoop Dogg. We're all in this game together because I kill them all. I kill Tupac and I kill Biggie. I kill them all because they can't contain my rap game.
Hey!
It's off the hook because I'll
calm
kill
down.
you all now.
No, calm down. You killed?
You killed who?
It's just a lyric. Don't fear.
Lyric.
Your lyric
Hey.
will put you in trouble. You have to be very careful. You don't just go about saying things that you don't know.
It's a rap game. That's how it is.
Oh, okay.
How old are you?
I've been in this game for more than 20 years.
How old are you?
What's it?
I'm 15 years old.
What?
Just forget my age. Just focus on how long I've been in the game.
Then you know Tupac. You know Snoop Dogg. You know
By the
50
grace of
Cent.
God, we met in the States.
Oh.
Which state?
Akwa Ibom.
This guy.
You're just a joker. You know what? Just go. We'll get back to you.
Yo, we're rap stars back. You know what I mean? Gotta get a cup of tea going. You know what I'm saying, mate? But yeah, man, kind of a slow day today. I might get catch back on with some work. You know what I mean? I've got some projects going on. Yeah, mate, I'm going to be really busy with a couple of projects that I've got going on until now to Christmas. I'm going to take time out after maybe December the 15th. And that's it, mate. I ain't working after that, bro. December the 15th, I shut off. And I'm going to enjoy the rest of that year, the rest of the 15 days until the 1st of the 2024. I am going to get pissed. I'm getting out me fucking head. I'm going to enjoy my fucking life. Even if it's a couple of nights 24/7, I'm going to fucking go see the strippers. Did I say that? Oh, no, I didn't mean that. Yeah, I'm going to fucking clubs, mate. I'm going to go enjoy my life. Trust me, mate. So yeah, man. Everybody get ready for the end of the year. Just remember, we got some big fights coming up, and that's it. We're at the end of the year. Before you know it, it's 2024. So I want all of you guys to get ready to enjoy the best year of your life. Do you hear what I'm saying to you? I want you to enjoy the best year of your fucking life. Get pissed, take loads of fucking drugs. I didn't mean that. And go fucking enjoy your life and make sure you have a great fucking year, mate. I'm telling you. Yeah? Because I am. I ain't playing, mate. I'm telling you now, mate. I ain't playing this shit. I'm getting ready to go out with a bang. All right, mate? But let's get ready for Canelo versus Charlo. That's the first big fight coming into now to the end quarter. We're at the end quarter of boxing, and this is the biggest fight leading us to the end quarter of 2023. And it's kind of crazy, right? How fast the year's gone. This year has flew by, pound for pound. Rap Montana reawakens, says General. Yeah, mate, this year has fucking gone, innit? It really has flew by, man. 2023 has just gone in front of our eyes. It has, man. We're at the end of the 2023 now, coming into 2024. Yeah, mate. I'm telling you. Yeah. The biggest year. The biggest year. 2023. Had a great year though. It's been a great year so far, isn't it? We've had a lively year though, I'll give it that much. We've had a good year this year in boxing. I ain't got no complaints. We've had a lot of fights we wanted, a lot of entertainment. We've had fun. Boxing's been moving in 2023, bro. We've had good fights. It's been busy. Now, that's what I want to talk about, actually, is if that Canelo Alvarez loses on Saturday night to Jamel Charlo, is Canelo Alvarez's legacy and everything that he stands for look bad? If Canelo loses to Charlo on Saturday night, will his legacy look bad? Will his aura and for what he stands for look overhyped? Will it look bad if he loses and his legacy takes a hit? Yes or no? Yes or no? If he loses to Charlo on Saturday night, then you tell me how it would look for Canelo. Right? It will, wouldn't it? It'll look really fucked up, mate. Not a little bit. I think it look bad, man. It'll look bad. Because, or, it won't look bad. Actually, it won't look that bad. Canelo's done. That's what will happen. If Canelo loses to Charlo on Saturday night, they're going to say Canelo's done, bruv. Canelo's not the same. Canelo's had too many wars. Canelo's not fresh anymore. Canelo's a multi-millionaire, hitting to be a billionaire. Canelo's hanging out with the multi-billionaires, hanging out with golf. Canelo's got too many businesses. He's not the same in boxing anymore. You understand what I'm saying? Now get ready for what I'm saying again. Joker's Wild says Jamel winning would be bad for boxing. Boxing, he would duck. Everybody is saying Lisa Snow, the queen in the house. Everyone picking Canelo. Even Southpaw says Mel getting knocked out in 6. Fucking hell. And that's his biggest hater. And that's his biggest hater, man. He's a comedian, that Southpaw, isn't he? I've seen him a couple of times, man. He is funny, though. I'll give him that, man. He's come on this channel before, man. He's come on this channel before in the chat. He's a funny old lad, that guy. But yeah, Canelo losing to Charlo. I want to know what you're going to say next. If Canelo loses to Charlo, is Canelo finished? Is Canelo done? And is Canelo at the end? Because you can't expect him to lose. If he loses to Charlo, bro, even how great Charlo will be, and even we can't take away from what Charlo will become. The number 1, number 2, pound for pound, in my eyes, he's within number 1, number 2 if he beats Canelo. If Charlo beats Canelo, mate, Canelo gonna look bad. Canelo's gonna look bad. Listen. The same cabron, the same face of boxing. Payday, Mr. Payday, the same guy. That guy, he will look bad. Bruh, he will look bad. Just letting you know. There's no ifs or buts, bruh. Canelo losing to Charlo in the next few days will fuck up the Canelo Alvarez's aura, his stock, what he stands for. They're fucking mad. And you got to remember, they're going to say Canelo, look, Canelo, I'm not saying cherry picked. I ain't saying cherry picked. You never heard me say cherry pick. But I'm going to show you something now. If Canelo loses to Charlo, that's why they're going to say that he ducked David Benavidez. If he loses to Charlo, they said that's why he ducked David Benavidez. Get ready for all that talk and all that stuff that's going to come out afterwards. But I want to ask you this way now. I want to change it around a little bit. Say if Canelo beats Charlo, but in a tough fight. Say if Canelo beats Charlo in a tough fight. They're going to say he can't beat Benavidez. Now I'm going to say it again. If Canelo Alvarez wins a tough fight against Charlo, they're going to say he can't beat David Benavidez. Because, I'm going to say this, fans live for the moment. Fans live for that particular period. And if Canelo doesn't perform to the fans' eyes, to the satisfaction to say, yes, motherfucker, Canelo is a fucking G. And for Canelo to be a G, let me tell you what you got to do, mate. For Canelo Alvarez to be a G on Saturday night with the fans in how they want to portray him and what the way that they'll see him is that Canelo will put a beating on Charlo like he did with Caleb Plant. And if he does something similar to what he did with Caleb Plant, then they're going to say Canelo is a beast. Then they're going to say Canelo ready for everyone. Then they're going to say that ain't no David Benavidez going to beat Canelo. Canelo still can beat him. So Canelo got to either, these are all the things that can be played out on Saturday night. It depends how Canelo performs. And Canelo got to perform solid. Canelo has to perform solid. I'm letting you know. Because this is the smaller guy out of all the PBC guys. This is the weakest link if you really want to fucking talk about it, bro. Canelo really, and I'm not taking nothing away from Charlo, bro. I ain't doing that. But let's talk sense right now with the PBC fighters right now. Let's keep it real and let's keep it honest, right? Because I'm hyped up. I appreciate Canelo. I'm ready for the fight on Saturday night. I don't care about all that shit. I'm just keeping it facts. Jamel Charlo is the weakest link in the PBC at 168 right now. They're sending Canelo the weakest link. And when I mean the weakest link, I don't mean Charlo ain't great. Charlo might not be doing great things on Saturday night. But out of him and what Al Heyman's got in his pocket, hey, bro, Al Heyman got David Benavidez, the real monster at 168. Al Heyman's even got Boo Boo Demetrius Andrade at 168. Al Heyman has fighters right now way ready, more prepared at 168 than Jamel Charlo. And I'm just going to say this right now. Is Jamel Charlo, out of the 3 fights that I just gave you some names out of PBC, is he more the weakest link out of all of them at 168? Yes or no? Is Jamel Charlo the weakest link at 168, only at 168, right? In what Al Heyman has in his pocket. For what Al Heyman has in his pocket, is Jamel the small brother, like the little guy for him now? Is he sending him? Is he giving Canelo the lighter touch? Not the weakest link, then the lighter touch. Is Jamel Charlo the lighter touch right now in this 3-fight deal? Yes or no, man? For fuck's sake, of course it is, isn't it? Right? He's the lightest touch. So Canelo cannot fucking be in a tough fight. Simple, innit? You can't do a big deal. On PBC, you get the lightest touch. You got the lightest touch out here, bro. So that's where Canelo can't be like, okay, I got to prove my point. He got to prove his point. Canelo cannot show that a guy from PBC is coming up 2 weight classes. Canelo got to fuck him up. Canelo Alvarez got to fuck him up. That's what you got to do, bruv. Canelo Alvarez definitely has to fuck him up. He has to hurt this guy, man. He has to give him some vicious body shots. He has to really hurt Charlo and show the world. Don't you ever think you're going to fuck with me coming up a couple of weights. He got to put a message out there and he got to make a statement. Joker's Wild says PBC want a still David Benavidez from a Canelo fight. Diesel says Bud is overrated. Canelo is the cash cow. PBC doesn't want to ruin the money train. I think he should be a coach if he already isn't boxing. Fans go with hate channels back and forth, but won't learn techniques of the sport. Get them fucking likes up. Tell them pound for pound. But yeah, Canelo's got to make a statement. A solid statement. And I don't want to put pressure on him. I'm not putting pressure on the situation, but I'm just being where we are with this event, with what we got. Yes, Charlo is great at 154, but look, the top boys have been performing. The top boys have been performing. Terence Crawford put a beating on Errol Spence. No way, no way. Pound for pound, number one, number two. Crawford, number one, number two. Pound for pound. No way, no way. Fucked up Stephen Fulton. Fucked him up. Canelo Alvarez got to show that this guy can't come to his weight class. He really has to put that statement. Otherwise, people are just going to give it to him. I'm telling you. People are going to give it to Canelo if he's not in a winning in dominant fashion. They're going to start saying, you better fight David Benavidez next. Get ready, bro. Canelo Alvarez is going to get it. You better fight David Benavidez next. That is going to be the next energy that's coming for Canelo Alvarez's neck. And it's not that Canelo will win, Lisa. It's how he wins. It's very important. We're living in a time today that the boxing community judge you for what you are when you fight and who you're fighting. And if your energy and you ain't fighting to the level of the dominance of what fans want to watch through their eyes, expecting you to be the fucking Don Corleone at 168 and letting this other guy come along, then you can't let him be in the mix with you like that, bro. You can't let him be in the mix with you like that. You can have that fight early on, but as the fight goes on, the fans are going to be watching to see how dominant Canelo can be. And if he isn't that, then it's going to be a bad energy around him. It's going to be a bad energy around him. Ahi Joes says, gonna show them that Afro-Latino power. Canelo in round 7 says Lisa Snow. 9 at most, but might be sooner than 7. Wow. I like that, but we'll see. We'll see. Canelo Alvarez stopping Jamel Charlo in round 7. What? When was the last time Canelo stopped anyone? The last time he stopped somebody was Caleb Plant. Canelo Alvarez is looked to go and stop. Rep, I'm serious. It's not looking good for Mel. All right, well, let's look at the down parts of Mel. Let's look at the down. We've seen the positive. Let's look at the positives we've seen in Canelo and the negatives, right? We spoke about that. Let's speak about the negatives in Charlo at this point and where this fight is and how it's put together. And on Saturday night, what are the negatives? What are the downfalls and the negatives for Charlo? Let's talk about that. Well, the first negative that comes to mind, if you think about it, with Charlo, is simply he's not that weight class. Never fought at that weight. That's the number one negative in this fight for Charlo, is that he's never ever campaigned at this weight, man. He's going up because the money is so big. So number one. Number two, he has been inactive for so long. He has been inactive for so long right? That is going to play a factor at a fight where the other guy's been more active and Charlo has been inactive. Number three, he's had injuries. Those injuries that he's had is why he hasn't fought Tim Tszyu. And he hasn't fought Tim. He was meant to fight Tim 3 times. Back and forth, back and forth. He pulled out. Wasn't right. Injury. He ain't pulling out for the Canelo fight, is he? Trust me, no matter what injury he has, he ain't pulling out for Canelo fight because the millions are too big. So Charlo already has a lot of negatives leading himself into this fight. Charlo actually is got quite a few minus points here, leading himself in this fight. Mel jabs to the body and doesn't put his Gary's back up and gets countered. I'm calling it now. Okay. Okay, yeah, he doesn't put his guard up when he's jabbing you. He's not got the guard where he gets countered, yeah? Chappelle Hanan, what's happening, bro? Chappelle, Jamel, Charlo, overlooked, right? He's overlooked. They say he can't have the power at 168. Is that something that's getting overlooked? Are we overlooking that Charlo has good stamina? You know what I mean? Charlo's got good stamina. Will he be durable? Now, say if the biggest thing that you're overlooking on Saturday night is that you think that Charlo won't be able to take Canelo's power later on in the fight. But say if Charlo can stand up to the power, and is that going to surprise you? So there's a lot of things that we got to see on Saturday night that either will surprise us or that we've overlooked. And is Charlo going to change that? And all of a sudden, you're going to be like, okay, I got it wrong. Charlo is able to sustain his punishment. He's durable at 168. The power has transcended into 168 with Charlo, right? Whoa, Charlo's stamina's good in the fight. I'm just saying, right? Charlo better not show up in those frilled. Yes, and Canelo actually looks for those specific counters after the opponent's jab. I'd be surprised to see if Canelo doesn't at least wobble his legs once. Jamel has a good first 3 rounds until he gets tired on the back foot. Charlo gets on the ropes too much. Sorry, guys. Give me a sec. What the fuck did I do? Yeah, I was reading. Let me get to the chat. Jamel will shock the world on Saturday night. So listen to this, ladies and gentlemen. Chappelle says that Jamel is going to shock the world on Saturday night, that you guys are going to get stunned. Does anybody believe that Chappelle can be right? Because most of you guys in the chat are saying that Charlo ain't got a chance. So you could be overlooking certain factors that even you don't have the answer for right now, that you could be watching and the fight plays out different. I hate when boxers wear those. Hey, banging it out with a strong opponent isn't smart, but Mel's instincts will make him bang it out. Canelo winning 99-1. Yep. Hey, I don't blame you, Lisa. I'm not gonna go disagree with you. I'm just saying it's the logical statement that you're making. But also, we can get it wrong, like we have done in many fights. We can get it wrong, and that's why we love boxing. I want to know where Charlo can prove you wrong. How does Charlo prove you wrong? Look, the only way he proves you wrong is if you don't see Canelo hurt him and you don't see Canelo make him do the stinky leg. Already there, that Charlo's a moral victory. If Charlo goes all the way to 12 rounds, Charlo, even if he loses, he morally is done well. You know, where could you have overlooked? In what specific area? What specific place could we have overlooked? I want to know what's the most logical thing. If we are going to overlook on Saturday night, what are we overlooking? Because definitely, I don't know what power Charlo can bring at 168 versus Canelo. So am I overlooking the power? I haven't seen this guy go up that many weights to show me that he's got that kind of power. Because he's not totally knocking everyone out in his own weight class. Yeah, he knocked out a few people. He's got power in his weight class. He has. But going up 2 weights, I am kind of thinking, I don't know how Charlo's going to be able to deal with that power. So are we overlooking that? Charlo's heart. Are we overlooking his heart? Are we overlooking his stamina? Are we overlooking Charlo's skills? Is it that we just see that he's a much smaller guy at 154 that we feel that it's only right that Charlo can't sustain the punishment? Isn't that the logical theory? Right? Isn't that the logical theory, though? Think about it. He's a favorite for a fucking reason, right? And he's a solid favorite in that. Right. Derek James said that Mel might weigh 165 to 163. Derek claims that he shouldn't have to gain that much weight because he might be slow. He does have heart and good power. It's an uphill climb, says Larry Lopez. But I just want you guys to remember where we might have overlooked certain factors. If they do come into play, we need to give Charlo his flowers. All right? We definitely need to, because the only man who can make this fight exciting now for us, and the only guy who can change this fight and make more of a fight for us, is Charlo. We need Charlo to make this fight happen. We need Charlo to prove some of us wrong. That's the only way this is going to be more exciting. Charlo's got to come and show us that he ain't no fucking around here. That's something that I need to see. I don't want to see no Charlo fucking take a knee. I don't want to see no quitting this man. This is Lions only. This is a motherfucking guy that's the best of the Charlos. Let's fucking go. Texas coming strong. Let's fucking go. Because Errol Spence got his ass whooped. Now let's see what Charlo gonna do. I want to see some smoke. I want to see Charlo come and do some damage. Can he do anything? I don't know. I wouldn't be able to tell you. But more likely, it looks like Canelo is gonna beat him. But I want Charlo to fucking prove me wrong. Show me something. Show me fucking something. Come on, Charlo. Lions only, yeah? Come on. Let me see what Lion only is coming with. I want to see something that night, man. Charlo better fucking dig deep. Charlo better dig deep and show what he's worth, what he's made of. Yeah? Not just coming for that payday, man. Everybody wants that payday. Everybody wants that payday. Nah, man. Charlo got to show me some dog in him. Woof, woof. Charlo got to show me some dog in him, bro. Charlo better come. And Charlo better shock the world at least in some of them rounds. Let's fucking go. Charlo versus Canelo. I want to see a fucking great fight, man. Can we get a great fight? Can we get a great fight? Eh? Let's fucking have it, Charlo. Let's fucking have it, Charlo. You know what I mean? I want to see that smoke. Don't fucking shy away from them big lights and the big night. Yeah, don't shy away from them big lights and big night because Canelo Alvarez ain't no fucking, bruh, that man is cabron. He's used to the big lights. That's him. It better be a great fight, man. Does anybody think it can be a great fight or is it a one-sided beating? Is it a one-sided beating or is it going to be a great fight? That's the question. What's going to play is the question. A one-sided beating or a great fight? Give me a second.
This is the only sport where you can kill a man and get paid for it at the same time. It's legal. So why not use my right to do so? But some people will pay.
Is this fight really on that level? I mean,
This is the level of this fight. This is the funeral right here. It's just no casket yet. This fight right here, I will get a body on my record. I've been wanting one for a long time now anyway. And what better opponent to do it with? So much pain, so much frustration, so much things that have been going on in my career. I want a body, and he gonna be the body. Like I said, I mean everything.
Right, now listen to this. Yo, Punch Drunk Boxing in the motherfucking ass. Big up to Punch Drunk Boxing, yeah? Chappelle is saying that you guys are biased as hell in the chat. So what he's saying is pound for pound, Lisa, Joker, and all of you guys are biased in the chat. And the reason why you're being biased is you guys are all picking Canelo Alvarez. Yeah? He's calling you guys biased because you guys are just picking the logical favorite, but you're not giving Charlo his props. You're not giving Charlo his props. You don't think Charlo has the substance and the remedy to beat a Canelo. So you already written Charlo off, bro. You already writ Charlo off. Everybody in this chat has already writ Charlo off, apart from Punch Drunk Boxing and Chappelle Hannon. Everybody has written Charlo off. Remember this, because on Saturday night, I just explained to you, if you overlooked his power, if you overlooked his stamina, if you overlooked his chin, if you overlooked his durability, and you overlooked his skills, you understand that you didn't give him this credit. Right? You just got to understand you don't give him his credit. So right now, we already know it's a one-sided show in this channel. Right now, it's a one-sided fucking show, bro. It's the Canelo Alvarez show. This is the Canelo Alvarez show. This is Canelo Alvarez's time, and ain't nobody beating him at 168. Especially not Charlo at 154, coming into 168. Who the fuck he think he is? That's how you guys are treating Charlo. But if Charlo comes with the smoke, on Saturday night, I want every single one of you to come back here and give him his flowers. And because you don't think he deserves can beat him, just for that reason, if Charlo wins, then Charlo should be pound for pound #1 of the world, because he hasn't just shocked you, he changed you, made you into an extra believer, and now you have to recognize that he should be at the top. If Charlo beats Canelo, you don't even think he can beat him. Crawford was already a favorite. Inoue was virtually a favorite. Those are #1, #2. Well, this undisputed champion, going up 2 weight classes, yeah? He beats Canelo. Where the fuck you going to put him? Because you don't even think he can beat him. He beats Mr. Cabron. He beats #1 pound for pound. He should be. He beats the face of boxing, the baddest man at 168 that has never lost. Should Charlo be #1? That's my question. Because you ain't even got him nowhere near this fight. Come on. That alone, just for that, he should be #1. Charlo said his game plan is to keep moving, like Wong got tired after a long layoff, says Lisa. Punch says yes. Punch says yes, Charlo should be #1 Sunday morning. He will be the king of boxing. You hear that? Charlo will be the king of boxing. Are you hearing me? Pound for pound says the only way I see him winning is with the Canelo that fought Triple G in the 3rd fight. I mean, even that Canelo with the Triple G, bro, he can still beat everybody, most people at 168, the one who just beat Triple G. So let's just be honest, bro, that we, majority, are not giving Charlo the credit going into this fight that he is a real, true threat. And the way that I've seen the energy today, the chat has got it 70-30. This is what everybody has got it, apart from a couple of people. It's 70-30 in Canelo's favor. The chat has it 70-30 in Canelo Alvarez's favor. You listening? It is 70-30 is the energy that I'm getting from this. And that also tells me if Charlo wins, that'd be a huge win. That'd be a massive win. The biggest win of 2023 could be Charlo upsetting Canelo Alvarez. Are you listening? Charlo beating Canelo will be the biggest thing in 2023. Yo, give me a minute, guys.
knockout. Suck yourself, pussy.
So, who else is fighting on the undercards, by the way? Who else is fighting on the undercards of that Canelo Alvarez versus Charlo? So, is Ugas fighting on the undercard? Is Ugas fighting Mario Barrios? Hey, who's fighting? Is Ugas fighting on the undercard? Yeah? Ugas is fighting on the undercard, yeah? Is Erickson Lubin fighting? And Mario Barrios fighting Ugas, yeah? Is that the co-main event? Which is the co-main? Erickson Lubin or Ugas versus Mario Barrios? Jesus Ramos Jr. is fighting too, I think. So it's a packed card, man. We got Ugas fighting, right? Who you got out of Ugas and Mario Barrios? I think Ugas is going to pull it off because Mario Barrios just ain't that good at 147, bro. But he's been more active. Who wins that fight, Mario Barrios or Ugas? Who you got in that fight? I'm slightly favouring Ugas still. I still believe he's veteran. That I might have fucked him up though. Maybe it's the end of Ugas. Who knows? Barrios wins, says Pat Grady. Lubin, I think the fight before Mel and Canelo. Oh, Lubin fighting, yeah? Let's see what Lubin does, bro. He got knocked out. He got stopped by fucking Fondora. Lubin better come with a big win, man. He needs it. Lubin better come with a big win. He needs it. You know? So we got undercards. Yeah. We got undercards, people. It's going down, mate. We got some undercards going on. Don't worry. We got some fights happening. So let's get ready. Big fight week. Canelo versus Charlo, man. I can't wait, man. It's been too long anyway. I need a fucking big fight again. Needs to hurry up. We got a press conference, I think, this week again, didn't we? And then a weigh-in, a pre-workout weigh-in, and then the fight. So we start getting busy now after Wednesday. After Wednesday, we start getting busy. But yo, guys, I'm going to go work on some stuff. You know what I mean? It was nice chopping it out with you guys for a little while. It's been a bit of a slow, steady night going on for you guys and the channel. But big up to everybody who always comes and rocks with your host, your boy, Rapstar Boxing Knowledge. Let's get ready. Charlo, Canelo, Charlo, going down Saturday night. I can't wait. But until then, peace. We out.